concerned last night. I tried you, and you never returned any of my messages. Now I know why. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did your family do this to me?
Do you know something that connects my father to this?
No, I'm sorry, but my head has been in a million different places from this time yesterday.
Your mother left for France?
Everything just happened so fast. She wakes up, she runs off with Scott, comes back with my dad, and now she's gone again. This time to another country. I'm still trying to process the fact that she was really awake. I don't know, I miss her, you know?
I understand.
Oh, she was just so, I don't know, she was sure.
What do you mean?
Well, she decided she was going to go to France in about an hour. I mean, one minute she's catatonic, and the next minute she's fully in charge. I just never known her to be so matter-of-fact.
Did you not like her that way?
No, it threw me. I'm used to walking on eggshells around her, and the woman that we said goodbye to yesterday did not need protection from anybody. I mean, you know, good for her. She's putting her needs first, and when you think about it, it's about time. So, I'm back at the Quartermains, and I'm living in my civilized room with Alice waiting on me hand and foot, just like the past few months didn't even happen.
It must be weird for you.
Yeah, well, I was, thinking about a talk that I had with my mom before she left, about you and I and how I should trust my heart and trust us. And I was about to call you, and the phone rang first. It was Bobby telling me about this.
What exactly happened here?
I don't know. They found Mike unconscious in the alley, beaten up. He's in the hospital.
Is he gonna be okay?
I think so. So they came back and they torched the place. And the first person that I thought of was your dad, because he hates us and he knows that this place is affiliated with my family. I mean, am I being paranoid?
This is exactly the kind of thing my father's capable of.
So you think that my first instinct was right and your dad did this to send some sort of message to you about me?
I don't know. This is exactly the kind of thing my father would do, but he's recovering from a brain aneurysm. This is out of context.
The sentence doesn't fit the crime?
Something like that. Then again, my father wants to control me, and he's not exactly a linear thinker.
Well, I'm sorry that I was snapping at you and that I even brought this up. I don't want you to take responsibility for your dad when we don't even know that he did this.
You can be damn sure I'm gonna find out who did.
You know, this place has always reminded me of home and family, and my Aunt Ruby ran it for years, and then when she died, she gave it to my dad and my Aunt Bobby. Why would somebody do this? Why would someone deliberately destroy Kelly's?
Have you seen the paper?
No.
All hell broke loose last night. First, Kelly's gets torched. Then, one of Morgan's truck yards takes a hit. And in between, Sonny's father was beaten within an inch of his life. Who says Port Charles isn't a great place to raise your kids?
I'd imagine you're feeling pretty smug right about now, huh?
Oh, well, admit. In these trying times, it's nice to read some good news in the paper for a change.
So what's next, Dad? You spread the word throughout the ranks, let everybody know that you're responsible for this mess so they're ready to bend at your will?
You think I did this?
Well, you've made no secret about wanting Jason Morgan out of the way. Well, and then there's Lulu.
What does Lulu have to do with anything?
You think she makes me weak? You've wanted her out of the picture since the moment I met her.
You give Lulu way more importance than she actually merits in the real world, John.
Burning down Lulu's family's diner might just be enough to send her back to Shady Brook and away from me.
Get your head out of the clouds, John. You're way off base. I did not do this. Karpov's people did, to retaliate against Sonny. And that diner went up in flames because Sonny's father works there. And anyone connected with Corinthos is now walking around with a big fat target on their back. But this could work to our advantage.
Looks like your plan for Sonny was shot to hell.
How do you figure that?
Because you were planning on Sonny needing you to take out Karpov. Sonny finished the job himself.
I need Sonny desperate for a power base. How that comes about doesn't matter. The fallout from Karpov's murder works just as well as Sonny coming to me directly.
How?
The Russians are going for a blanket retaliation. Last night, they just didn't strike Sonny. They waltz right into the heart of Jason Morgan's operation. Now, if that bazooka has half a brain in his head...
Jason will want to put his organization's well-being first and distance himself from Sonny. Sonny will be left all by himself, so next time he comes to you, he's not just going to protect Kate, but he's going to need protection himself.
Ooh, you catch on fast, kid. Sonny will have no choice but to accept the deal I put on the table. Now, by going off the deep end and whacking that Ruski, he basically guaranteed his place in the Zakara family, so I hope you're ready to welcome your new brother-in-law.
Sonny treats Claudia like garbage. Why would you want her to marry him?
Because sometimes you have to make sacrifices in the moment for the sake of the future, John. When Sonny and Claudia are joined in unholy matrimony, the Zakara family will be more powerful than ever. And guess who wins bigger than anyone?
You.
No, John, you. You should know by now. Everything I do is ultimately for you.
Karpov.
Hey, I got your message. You've been here the whole time?
I came back. Stanley was here. He told me a few things. I owe you an apology. I was wrong. Your dad had nothing to do with this.
I know. I actually just talked to him. Apparently, this is the work of some Russian mob syndicate to avenge Karpov's death. They did this to hurt Sonny's father, and of course I'm glad that the Zakaras had nothing to do with it, but it doesn't make your family's diner any less
Well,
torched.
at least it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, it does. It's the world I'm from. When I saw my father, he was loving this. Not because he knew it was going to hurt you, but because he knew that the violence was going to get worse. He was practically giddy in anticipation of what the Russians are going to do to this.
I don't get it, because your dad lives here, too.
No, but my father, you got to understand, has no allegiance to wherever he lives. They're temporary power bases, okay? Territory to fight over and divvy up. This war is going to get worse. My father's going to manipulate it, and when it's over, he's going to be there shifting through the rubble, wanting to take what he thinks I should have.
Don't. Johnny, you are not responsible for what your father does and why. You never chose this life. You're not choosing it now. Nothing can touch us unless we let it.
Can you still want to be with me?
That is the easiest question I've ever had to answer. I love you. It's as simple as that. Okay.